In this video, I'm going to go over 4 different side hustles that you can use today that I've actually personally used myself to generate an extra $500 to $1,000 in additional income. It's side hustle time, baby. If you're new to this YouTube channel, my name is Fly Stewie. This is the Uneducated Investor Podcast. This is where we connect investing to pop culture. So Fly Crew, let's get better at investing together. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, baby, because that's how we grow, my friends. So as I said, I have 4 different side hustles that really will help you get an extra $500 to $1,000 per month. However, I have a little twist. Each of these side hustles that I have done myself and I'm going to share with you guys, they all represent something that they bring to the table. They represent a mindset. Now, it's an actual practical strategy that you can use to make money, but they all have an underlying mindset that once you apply it to other things, you can see how to generate an extra $500 to $1,000 with those other things. Now, the first side hustle that I have represents the opportunist mindset. And this side hustle that I have is, of course, bank churning and credit card churning. Now, what do I mean by this? If you've been looking lately, hopefully it's available in your state or your country or wherever you're from, but one of the great opportunities right now is banks are offering free cash just to sign up for their accounts and to do a couple of things with them. So literally you can sign up for a bank, and if you put like a recurring bill, or maybe you have to put your paycheck on that checkings account, or maybe you just have to spend something on, pay for something online. They all have these requirements that you can read into, but some of them will give you anywhere from $100 to $300. I've seen ones that give free iPads away. They're literally giving out money for you to sign up. Now you're like, this doesn't make any sense. A checking account's basically free. Sometimes they have $10, $15 per month fees, but it's basically free. Why would they be doing this? Essentially, when you do the math back, a bank knows that if they get you as a customer, you're going to end up paying all that money back in fees if they can just keep you. If they can just get you to stay, which a lot of people do once they open up account. Once you open up account and put a couple bills on there, you like their services, like, I might stay here. However, if you have the mindset to constantly keep bank churning, which means that you would open up maybe 2 or 3 banks, right, with these promotions that give you an extra $100 or $300, you will have the opportunity to make an extra $300 to $1,000 in a year time. And if you do take the same approach with credit cards that give you free rewards points, it'll give you like $300 worth of rewards points, or some of them even just give you cash back on their credit card for just signing up for promotional offers. You can make, again, through credit cards, another $300 to $1,000 from just doing this. By bank churning and credit card churning, by churning I mean, opening up a bank and then closing it like 10 months later once the promotion's done. By just consistently doing this and going through this, you can generate extra income by just being an opportunist, looking for like opportunities like these where you see in the economy, where people are just literally giving away money for you just to do something very trivial. It's free money in your pocket, and this is something that you should look into. Now, the second side hustle that I love, this represents a scalable skill. That's what you want in life. You want a scalable skill, something where the better at that skill you get, the more money you can make. And of course, I must be talking about buying and flipping. This is one of the greatest ways that you can make money. So I'm gonna give you a bunch of buying and flipping side hustles that you can do. One you can do like me is treat your parents' house like a garage sale house. Your parents have so much stuff that they want to get rid of. If you know how to get rid of, especially electronics are a big thing. If you see any stuff that there that they don't want anymore and they're just giving it away, take those items. They're free for you. Put them on Kijiji, put them on Facebook Marketplace, make yourself $15-20 by just selling them and hustling and scrapping that way. Buying and selling is great. If you see something on Facebook or something in the dollar store that you can sell on eBay or Amazon for more, again, buying and selling is a great way to make this money. And the great thing about buying and selling is once you get these tactics of finding those arbitrage profits, those profits where you see one thing is not priced correctly and you can sell it somewhere else for more, you can start doing this with higher value items, such as you can start buying and flipping cars, or buying and flipping Drake tickets like this t-shirt, or buying and flipping concerts and sports tickets. One of the big ones that Gary Vee now is on, of course, is NBA cards. This is huge. I've actually invested $1,000 myself into NBA cards. Gonna see how that goes. If I don't sell them, I don't sell them. If I do, hey, I do. NBA cards, of course, are exploding. I did a whole video on why NBA cards are exploding and why this might be a good investment for you. But buying and flipping is a scalable skill. The better you get at buying and flipping, the more expensive things that you can buy and flip. And again, you can make higher and higher profits. It's really a great side hustle skill to have. Now, the third side hustle skill that we should have as investors, Flight Crew, this one goes into a wealth building mindset. And this is just the side hustle skill is, of course, learning about stocks and learning about real estate. Now, if you have a job or if you're making money in side hustling, there's going to be a lot of times where you have just a pool of money where you can't necessarily think fast enough of where to put that money, and you don't want it all just to be accumulating in a savings account, and you don't want to necessarily start just buying stuff and throwing money. You want to make very basic, simple investing ideas that you are sure of that will get you a return, and that way you can have a peace of mind while you're investing. And that's where stocks and real estate come in. Now, I haven't really invested in real estate, but I have invested in stocks. So if you just look up something like the ETF, a good one is the SPY ticker, one of the spider ticker, or a good one is SPHD, like just a random ETF. Look it up, figure them about, watch some YouTube videos. I have great ones on my channel. An ETF just basically follows the overall growth of the market. It's a pool of stocks. As soon as you buy into it, you're diversified, which means you own a bunch of stocks. So if one company goes out of business, you won't be affected because you own so many. And what's great about owning an investment like an ETF is you're basically, in quotes, guaranteed, because nothing is really guaranteed, but you're basically guaranteed an 8% return, because historically for the past 50 plus years, the stock market has returned 8%. Now that's including with recessions and Great Depressions and 30% dips in years. On average, you can expect over time, if you hold stocks for the long run, an 8% return. So while you're holding money in your savings account, make sure that you put aside some for stocks. This is a great side hustle to make. And of course, if you have around $100,000 in your bank account, that's 8% of $100,000 is $8,000 a year that you're getting for free. Now think about if you had $1 million in your stock savings account and you're getting 8%. Now that's 80 grand per year for free. You can see how stocks are a great way to build wealth passively. And this is getting into passive income, which of course, if you want to have a lot of money, you need to build multiple sources of income, because all the richest people, that goes from Drake to Warren Buffett, have multiple income sources, just not their paycheck and how they make money. Stocks a great way to build those passive sources that don't depend on your time in per hour you put in, but depend on the time you put up front to make that money, and you get paid for the rest of your life. Stocks are a beautiful thing. You should check that out. And the fourth side hustle that you should really get into, of course, this goes into lifestyle wealth. Now, a lot of people think of wealth as just money, but wealth is also happiness. And being able to create the absolute lifestyle that you want is one of those things that's crucial to being wealthy. And of course, it also makes you a lot of money too. So what's a great example of this? Something that builds lifestyle wealth and wealth? Personal brand. It is the new asset class. And building a personal brand on social media is one of the most monetizable things that you can do right now. For instance, PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers and he is making 40 grand a day from posting videos on YouTube, playing the video games he loves, and making the type of content that he wants to make. So if you're someone who wants to express yourself creatively and create a podcast where you could be anywhere in the world creating this podcast and talk about finance, like the Uneducated Investors, or maybe you like baking cakes and have a cake baking show on YouTube, or maybe you like playing video games, so you play video games on Twitch for an audience of people who want to support you and see you do well. You see, making a personal brand allows you to do the things that you're absolutely passionate about, get paid for it. That is the beautiful thing about doing a lifestyle wealth type of side hustle, something where you maybe not get paid in the beginning. Remember that guy PewDiePie was talking about? In 2010, when he first started his current YouTube channel he's using, he had 0 subscribers. In 2012, only 2,000 subscribers. In 2014, 1 million subscribers. These things can grow very exponentially, but of course, they can only grow if you start. Make sure that you start using these side hustles to build your wealth, and these are some great ideas that you can hopefully incorporate. Maybe it'll make you a little bit of side hustle money. Of course, as always, the best, most brightest investors are the uneducated ones. And why is that? That's because the uneducated investor, they never stop learning. Comment your favorite side hustle down below, or side hustles as you have done to make money. And make sure you hit that like button, because of course, Flight Crew, these videos take a lot to make, and it really helps the YouTube algorithm. When you do it, just flick it, just once and twice and flick it. And we, Flight Crew, have to take off. I'll see you later. Subscribe.